For those of you that don't know me, I'm Dennis Martino with the Atlanta Airport Rotary Club. I've been a Rotarian almost 30 years now. I thought it was 26, 28 the other day, but I got corrected that it's almost 30 years next year. This is our 26th year doing this awards banquet. And it's one of our favorite ones of the year, this and the Fire Awards we did a couple weeks ago. We can't express our appreciation to each and every one of you police officers for what you do daily. Our motto in Rotary is service above self. Y'all live it every day. You do service above self. And us as Rotarians, the hotel managers that have joined us today, really appreciate each and every one of you. We will start this in alphabetical order. We've got 4 cities to recognize: Atlanta, College Park, East Point, and Hapeville. So the best way to do is alphabetical. So I'm going to call the representative chief of each city up to introduce their police officer of the year. So I'm calling Lieutenant Shepard up first from Atlanta, and she'll say a few words why they chose their police officer of the year, and then call that police officer up too.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
This is Officer T. Barnes, who joined the Atlanta Police Department in September of 1983. During her tenure, she has worked in Zone 3, Vice, which specialized in undercover assignments such as narcotics, prostitution, and other undercover stings, and since 1986, the Atlanta Airport Section. Since being assigned at the airport, Officer Barnes has worked in all aspects of the unit. This has included working all the checkpoints, terminal curves, dispatch center, and currently the rental car center, beat car. Officer Barnes has assisted and exemplified professionalism to hundreds of travelers during her 27 years at the Atlanta Airport. Giving customer service is paramount to Officer Barnes. She not only extends this service to daily travelers, but she extends it to employees of the airport, outside community organizations, co-workers, and her supervisors. Going above and beyond the call of duty is secondary nature to her. In the past year, she has continued to be and head the coordination of celebratory and holiday functions that are held in the unit for the officers. She managed unit's flower fund and makes sure that officers receive cards and flowers while they are out injured, ill, or has had death in their immediate family. Officer Barnes spearheads the Feed the Hungry youth program at various youth shelters. While volunteering her time to this program, Officer Barnes cooks and serves meals to those youth. She further volunteers her time to assist with housing for the youth who are transitioning into adulthood. She has always held the belief that everyone that is arrested is not a criminal. Therefore, she uses alternative methods in assisting some minor violators instead of arresting them. Last year, Officer Barnes' peers nominated her as Officer of the Month for the month of February. Throughout her 26 years at the airport, she has held this title several times for her outstanding performance. Officer Barnes is a stellar officer who has dedicated herself to her profession. Unfortunately, she only has, as she tells me, 154 days before I retire after 30 years of service to Atlanta Airport. Her unselfish work ethics makes her deserving to be one of the recipients who are receiving the 2012 Atlanta Airport Rotary Club Officer of the Year Award. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Officer Thelma Renee Barnes of the Atlanta Police Department.
Thelma, we're not done with you now. Yeah. Yes, and Lieutenant Shepard, we're not done with you yet. Come up here and stand this side. And John Mariner, you want to come front too? Years ago when this started, I thought I'd give you a little history. We used to just give a nice certificate to the officers. But through the years, fortunately, Rotary's raised a lot of money and done a lot of things. So in addition to this beautiful certificate saying Thelma Barnes, and let's have the daughter up here too. Would you like to come join your mother? Her daughter is here today, and your daughter's name is?
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Jasmine, why don't you come stand right beside her?
Thank you.
Because family is very important to us in Rotary and everything. But here is a certificate from a Rotary Club claiming you are the the Police Officer of the Year for the City of Atlanta Airport.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
In addition, our incoming president, Danny Williams, who's the general manager of this beautiful hotel. Is this not a beautiful hotel? Let's give a little round for the hotel. She has something to present from her hotel to you.
Well, hopefully, with retirement, you'll have a lot of presents, I'm sure, but hopefully you'll enjoy a 2-night stay here at our hotel with your significant other or your daughter or whoever. So thank you very much. We appreciate you, absolutely.
And last but not least, John Mariner has something from our Rotary Club to present to you.
As a retiree, I know your salary is going to be a little bit lower than it was, so here's a gift from the Rotary Club for you to use as you will. And congratulations.
All right, thank you so much.
John, would you like to say a few words,
I'm not good on speaking, but I want to thank everybody for this award, and I do appreciate it, and I've enjoyed my service at the airport and with the Atlanta Police Department, and I've had such good support from my family and friends and my supervisors, so I thank everyone. Thank you.
Well, congratulations again. Thank you. Congratulations. Okay, next we'll do College Park. Here we have Deputy Chief Williford to introduce their Police Officer of the Year, who is Ralph Atkins. And Ralph, why don't you come up too?
Good afternoon. Thank you for coming. College Park's Police Department selectee for Officer of the Year is Sergeant Ralph Edward Atkins. We call him Eddie, but Sergeant Atkins' career started in law enforcement in the Sheriff's Office in Columbus in 1979. He came to College Park in 1983, so he's a total of 33 years in law enforcement. He's served in a number of capacities in his career. He's been in the patrol division as a patrol officer, and the traffic unit as a motorcycle officer. On the SWAT team, he's been a detective. He's currently serving as supervisor over our support services unit, which is the responsibilities that he has with us is equivalent to someone of a management rank, but he does it with excellence and exemplary. Some examples of what he manages: our court services, our records section, our fleet services, and information technology, and a number of other things. And as well as doing all that, he also still finds time to go out in the street and conduct law enforcement operations, and takes out and does road safety checks and patrols and those kinds of things as well. So he's a go-to guy for us. If we need to get things done, he's usually the first person that comes to mind to get things done. He does it with excellence and does it quickly. So it's our pleasure to introduce Sergeant Edward Atkins.
Let me call up Chrissy Wright and John Mariner again. Officer Atkins, we at the Rotary Club appreciate you. We're going to give you this certificate. It says Ralph Atkins. You are Police Officer of the Year for 2012 from the Atlanta Airport Rotary Club and College Park. Congratulations. I wanted to stop and say a little bit, does this lady look like anybody else in this room? To people that don't know, is anybody else? We have a very unique situation here at the airport. Danny Williams, who I've known for, I think, almost 30 years now, is the general manager here. Her daughter here, Chrissy Wright, now it came from Marriott Perimeter, was recently, but she's been with Marriott, and she's the new general manager of Marriott Gateway. This is the first time, I think, in history I can remember, so I've dealt with Marriott for almost 40 years, that a mother and daughter are general managers of 2 hotels in the same area. So it's really unique. But Chrissy, you want to say a few words, and you have something to present.
Absolutely. Well, I just wanted to say thank you so much for all that you do for the City of College Park. We truly appreciate you keeping us safe, and want to present to you a stay at our hotel for you and your family. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And congratulations. So, thank you.
And thank you. Invite you two up here to come be part of this. I'm sorry, his wife and his daughter here. I'm getting a little slack here in my old age, but come forward because, as I do tell everybody, behind every good man is a good woman and a good family. So don't I say that, Deborah? But, not every day, but most of the time. But John, you have something from the club to present.
I'd like to present you a cash gift from the Rotary Club and we appreciate your service very much. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Pastor Atkins, would you like to say a few words?
First of all, I appreciate the Rotary Club for this honor. Chief Williford, Chief Fears. I've served City of College Park for over 30 years. I've loved it. Try to do more as much as I can, but I have to admit that my wife of 28 years has been somebody that's really helped me out.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations and thank you. Congratulations.
So I did want to do this presentation, and this is to Emma Roberts, and appreciate for tangible and significant assistance given for the furtherance of better understanding and friendly relations among peoples of the world. We have used to have, before women came into Rotary in 1988, there was a Rotary Ands where the wives would get together once a month and work on their own projects and things. So Emma's been involved in the Rotary actually, I guess, since 1957 when Bob came into Rotary, 55 years. And for the last number of years, he's been treasurer and Emma assistant treasurer to handle all the books for us. So I'd like to present this to Emma. This is a Paul Harris stall, well deserved, and we probably should have done it long ago. And this is your Paul Harris pen. And I have one also for Bob. Bob has been contributing to Rotary for a long time and is a senior contributor in a Rotary Club to the Paul Harris Fellow over the years for his generous contribution. And over the last 8 or 10 years, when we've been awarding to bring other Rotarians into the Paul Harris Fellow, Bob has always taken his money and contributed to other people to get the award. We now have a pen where we have gone ahead and matched, since Bob didn't take the money for himself, but unselfishly gave it to other people, to round him out to make him a five-time Polio Plus recognition. And so Bob is a senior in that capacity in the club, and we appreciate the tremendous contribution.
With all these great officers getting ready to retire, it's kind of worrying me, but I'm sure we have a lot of younger people coming behind them.
Maybe we'll have time for Rotary.
Yeah, maybe we'll have time for Rotary. That's right. Okay, our next city is the city of East Point, and I'm going to bring Major Tommy Gardner up to introduce Victor Copeland here and tell why he's police officer here for East Point.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Our 2012 candidate for Officer of the Year for the City of East Point is Officer Victor Copeland. Officer Copeland started his career in the City of East Point in 1991, and he's currently assigned to the Warrant Unit. And this unit right here is responsible for 2011-2012 for more than 86 criminal arrest warrants, 120 failure to appear warrants, 55 probation arrests. And Corporal Copeland is dedicated to the duty of service as being a police officer. He has committed himself to the East Point Police Department and the citizens of East Point, and he brings credit to the East Point Police Department, and that's why we have nominated Victor Copeland as our 2012 candidate. And I also like to thank Bridges, who's also here. She sits on the committee that makes the recommendations.
Congratulations again, President. Okay, I would like Josh Jansen to come forward. Josh is with the Holiday Inn Suites, Atlanta Airport North Suites that just reopened. Beautiful hotel there. And John, you want to come by? Victor, we've got this plaque to give you. Saying you are the Officer of the Year, Police Officer of the Year for the City of East Point and recognized by the Atlanta Airport Rotary Club. We thank you for your service. Josh, you want to say a few words?
On behalf of the Holiday Inn, we thank the City of East Point and all of your officers that do your part to keep our city safe. And also for College Park, because we share both cities with everyone. And we'd love to have you and your family come and stay with us for a weekend, including breakfast in one of our suites, which is on the East Point side, and College Park will be there as well. But College Park, we'd love to sometime when we're representing you, we'll make sure that you get to stay on the East Point side or the College Park if you have the option. But thank you so much for what you do. Appreciate it.
I had told Josh, I said, what happens when you place a police call? I said, they both come, we're double covered. John, you have something to present?
Victor, it's a great honor to present this to you. I haven't been involved in your hiring, which seems like only yesterday. Yep. And I hope you're not ready to retire, because I think I hired all these folks. But it's a real honor not only just to make this award to you, but having seen your career as you've grown, and just proud of the honor that we have in having you here today, all of you from East Point, for your contribution. So here's a check for you for $100.
Thank you, sir.
That was quick.
Yeah, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to the East Point Police Department and my Chief Blue, Major Garner, for showing up, and thank the Rotary Club for the recognition. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks again for your service. We appreciate it.
All right.
And for those of you who don't know, John Mariner retired from the City of East Point and in the HR department. So he, as he said, he hired many the police officers that he awards and knows many people in the area. Last but not least is Hapeville Police. We have Lieutenant Mark Bradbury here to do the introduction, and the police officer here is William Hughes. We both come forward.
Well, I was going to get up here and tell everybody how I was nominated for Officer of the Year, but the chief made it very clear that someone worked way harder than me, done a lot more things than I did, with a lot less fussing. So I made a few notes because not only do I get to introduce the Officer of the Year, I get to introduce a good friend. So that means a lot to me. So I'm happy to be doing this. Lieutenant William Hughes, been with us since 1994, and I'm going to look at my paper for a second just to go over a couple things. He did 4 years in the Air Force. He was Air Force police there. He came to us in 1994 as a police officer, as a young police officer, might I add, like the rest of us there. I can't say anything because I was just as young. That's why we're such good friends. He has 2 associate's degrees, and he also has a master's in public administration. He started out in Hapeville as a beat cop, just like everybody else did. We were there again, we were young. But he quickly moved on to investigations. The department seen something in him that was the desire to serve the community, to get out there and take this job seriously. Whatever was given to him, it was, I'm going to do it 100%. I never could understand why he wouldn't fuss and gripe like everybody else did about what he's not getting or what's not right or whatever. He just took everything and made the best out of it. Went on to investigations, immediately went on to the SWAT team, trained for that, did very well on the SWAT team, became a sergeant, moved up to a lieutenant, and then he became a captain. Our department's a little smaller than some of the other departments around. We have a unique town, unique city, whatever you want to call it. So some things changed here in the past few years, and the department needed a restructuring. Once again, like I touched on earlier, he's always willing to step up to do anything for anybody and talk the best, make the best, never complain. He decided to go to a lieutenant's position from a captain's position because it made everything work better, and he was going to take over a different division, which was a lieutenant's job. I'll always call him a captain because he's earned that in my book, but he's a lieutenant now. Our department's changed the way we look at everything. He started a training program there that we never had before. The officers needed something. They needed to be trained. We needed to be up here instead of down here on all these things. And he had a vision. Now we have a training room. We have training programs. We have officers that are intermediate certified, advanced certified. We have officers that are going in so many different directions that I just don't think they would have done without Lieutenant Hughes. He's a defensive tactics instructor. He's a firearms instructor. He's a taser instructor. He's also built relationships with the other departments and hosted a lot of training at our department that I never would have thought was possible, and built a place to do it and made it work out. Now he's over detectives, and I call him a lieutenant detective. He's very active in what he's doing back there and got the guys really motivated, and I'm really happy with what changes are going on there. He's also over our reserve program, which I never thought would have worked. Because a lot of departments can't make a reserve program work, but we have active reserves that come in and work, doing a great job, and we've got a lot of good things coming out of that. And he's also over code enforcement, which I don't know if you've been through Hapeville lately, but it doesn't look like it used to. There's a lot of things that are looking nice. It's had a facelift. Everything's getting better and looking better, and it's up here now, and I attribute a lot of that to his group. And I guess lastly, is more of a personal approach. I'm really proud of him this past year, and everybody else is. He's taken an active role to get healthier. One of his main reasons is his family and his community. Every time I talk to him, it's about the citizens of Hapeville. And to be honest with you, I got tired of hearing that for a while. Citizens of Hapeville, citizens of Hapeville. It was just all the time, what's best for the citizens of Hapeville, and that's always what he's thinking about on the forefront of his mind. So I think the chief made a really good decision. All the officers made a good decision to pick him, and I think our department is definitely blessed and very fortunate to have Lieutenant William Hughes, and that's who I present to you today as our Officer of the Year.
Larry Williams with the Hilton Atlanta Airport, and John's already up here. I personally know William Hughes too, and I'm very happy the chief made that selection and the department made that selection. He's very earning of it. Hapeville, my business has been there for 40 years, so I can't say enough about it. My wife and I bought a house there and are living there, and we really like it. We like the airport area. All our police departments around here, the cities are changing, getting better and better, and it's due to the people, the police officers, the fire, the people that service this whole community. But I have for you a certificate, and you've been to several of these, actually came to them and awarded people this, but to William Hughes, from our Rotary Club, you are recognized as the Officer of the Year for 2012 from the City of Hapeville and our Rotary Club. Congratulations. And Larry Williams is the Director of Security of the Airport Hilton. He has something.
Thank you, Dennis. The Hilton really appreciates the great working relationship we have with the Hapeville Police Department. I can't tell you in words just how much you guys mean to us, and the way you respond to our many problems. We really appreciate it, and you'll always be Captain Hughes to me, but Lieutenant Hughes, I want to present you with this certificate. It's a weekend stay at the Hilton.
Oh, thank you.
I hope that you enjoy it, and again, great working with you guys.
All right, thank you. John?
And Lieutenant Hughes from the Rotary Club, we want to present you with this cash.
Thank you.
Small token of our appreciation.
I'll give it to my wife.
That's the way it's done.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Officer Hughes' wife would have been here today, but she has a touch of the flu, so unfortunately, so I said, "Ooh, it's glad she didn't come because I don't want to catch that." But we miss Harry being here. Would you like to say a few words, William?
I do. I'd like to thank everyone for taking this time and recognizing some of our greatest officers in the general metro area. It's a pleasure working with everyone that's here, and especially John. We've met many times together, but I'd like to say there's a lot of deserving officers in the city of Hapeville, probably more deserving of this award than I am, because I'm continuously touched by their efforts, and I just, it's hard to say, but they just motivate me. So I'm tickled, and I'm very pleased for this opportunity. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.